Go.
Hello, this is our Steinbeck project. My name is Ethan.
My name is Ronaldo.
And my name is Devin.
Okay, so about Site 2. It's located in Montana and it's in its middle stages of development, and it was acquired through acquisition. The culture of the organization has been strained due to the mixing of original staff from the company acquired and the integration with Steinbeck leadership.
Training issues have occurred due to decentralization of internal systems, which impacts ERP and overall process flow. The facility has been suffering from worker shortages as they have started to integrate more automation. This includes support for automation such as facilities, electricians, maintenance, HVAC, and etc.
The labor force is a combination of salaried and non-exempt personnel, including a combination of labor bargaining agreements that are in place. This East Coast facility was developed to support volume growth through optimized processing, production, warehousing, and distribution.
Human resources overview. Human resources is crucial to the success and continuation of the Steinbeck project, as there are two critical human problems plaguing the business. One such critical issue is the overall decline of workers due to the integration of more automation. The next issue is the strain between new and old employees following the merging of the two companies. Automation takeover. As the number and quality of automation increases, it would seem inevitable that automation would start to take over jobs. This is certainly the case in this site. However, automation can also be used to gain new employees just as easily as you can use it to cut. In the article, Shestakovsky 2017, they write that software automation can actually be used to help train employees in more sophisticated processes. This union of automation and human labor can be called complementary labor, as the two forces complement each other. However, in the article Zia Querisha et al. 2022, the author writes that although these complementary automation can create new jobs, it won't be able to replace the ones that were replaced by automation, as the jobs they replaced were not significant enough to justify having that human labor in the first place. In order to make up for that, it's important that the HR department recruit and train these people who can complement the new machinery. Ultimately, the business should be able to maintain its automation while also having more stronger and smarter workers than before. Facilities, electricity, and air conditioning will be a lot more efficient and sufficient, and will help the site to grow. Artificial intelligence takeover. Although it isn't a problem that is stated in the beginning, it is relevant in relation to the rise of automation and how it affects jobs. AI is something that will become more and more prevalent and will have a similar effect to what automation had. In the article Selenko et al. 2022, they write how artificial intelligence can replace various cognitive and manual tasks done by humans, essentially erasing menial tasks that were previously done by humans. This is very much in line with what automation did to the company. In fact, it has the potential to be a lot worse, as AI could grow beyond just replacing the menial task and start to replace more interpersonal tasks, like the ones you would find in the HR department. The same article goes on to say that AI will become so advanced that it may even start to generate new jobs for humans. Strained relations. Strained relations in a workplace is a recipe for absolute disaster. In this case, it's even more potentially dangerous because the strained relations is between two sides, new and old staff. It is entirely up to the HR department to try and mend this divide and try to maintain a culture shared by everyone. In the article Yan 2021, she writes that HR has a specific task of creating experiences that interpret and reinforce the desired culture. One way they can execute this is by implementing programs and trainings in order to reach the new desired culture. In the article Bendeck et al. 2020, they developed a framework called the Innovative Culture Enhancement Framework, which helps adjust an existing work culture developed into something that is more desired. Through this framework, employees are given access to questionnaires, and the data from there are used to develop strategies to achieve the desired culture. The article Yan 2021 also stresses that it's important to make sure that risk management monitors processes through programs, such as the whistleblower program, which keeps employees in line with the new culture that we're trying to create. It is critical that managers are also informed of the culture we're trying to create and the programs that we're trying to push, as they are the ones who will be face to face with the employees and implementing these programs, these day-to-day processes. In the article Efren L.E. Lane 2021, the author is a professional in the HR department. He was in charge of improving the culture of his business between a diverse group of people, which is a similar situation to what we have here in Site 2. Moving forward. After the HR department has tackled the two main issues above, the company can start to grow and develop into maturity. There are some issues that HR can aid in, such as the training issues due to the decentralization of internal systems. The HR department can work with operations department to solve what's wrong with the process so that HR can start properly training employees once again. We're excited.
As you know, we are doing the second side of the Steinbeck Beverage Company, which is located in Montana. The main prompt topics I chose to discuss are the following: geographic location planning and how operational facilities planning can be impactful on the site locations. Two, the technological benefits and drawbacks and how to implement training both in the technical and human resource operations areas to arenas to address the issues that can come up. Additional advantages, drawbacks for any remote, hybrid, or 100% on-site modality may cause in planning within the sites and overall corporate office. Any marketing or sales planning that needs to be considered for this organization. If the Steinbeck Beverage Company wants to succeed, the Montana facility must be located near regions where key ingredients like grains for beer or grapes for wine are grown. This helps to reduce cost and ensure freshness, a factor that can be emphasized in marketing campaigns. For beverages like beer, the quality of water is essential. Facilities near pristine water sources can use this as a marketing point and emphasizing the purity of their product. From a geographic location and operational facility planning, this means that from a strategic point, if the Steinbeck Beverage Company wants to open the second site in Montana, they must consider a strategic location near major transportation routes, ports, or distribution centers that can facilitate efficient product distribution, reducing transit times and costs, as well as choosing locations with a skilled workforce, especially experts in brewing, fermentation, and bottling. Craftsmanship can be highlighted in marketing materials, emphasizing the expertise that goes into the product. This could also be emphasized by the creation of local jobs and marketing campaigns, showcasing the company's commitment to supporting the local economy. Since the Steinbeck production facility is integrating teams along with technology followed with new policies and procedures, this means that management should provide training focusing on the psychological aspects of change, emphasizing its benefits for both employees and the organization. Management can also develop specially made training modules for technical staff, focusing on tools and systems relevant to their roles. Creating human resource training programs that cover employee management software, data analysis tools, and soft skills can help with issues that come up with technology. In the case of the Montana side of the Steinbeck Beverage Company, implementing technology can improve efficiency in both technical operations and the human resource process. This can happen by providing training programs focused on specific self-operating tools and software relevant to each department. Creating hands-on workshops and online tutorials can also be an extra resource for teams. Additional advantages or drawbacks for any remote, hybrid, or 100% on-site modality that may cause in planning within the sites and overall corporate office. This is something that the Steinbeck Beverage Company must look at when opening the second site in Montana. If they go with a hybrid or remote work modality, there are advantages for both the company and workers. One advantage is cost savings, reduced overhead costs associated with office spaces, utilities, and facilities. Management can be allocated to marketing budgets or product innovation in the Steinbeck company. For employees, there is flexibility. They can work in different time zones, allowing for 24/7 marketing activities and customer support. There is also a balance between work and life for employees, and this can lead to higher productivity and creativity among marketing teams. Marketing or sales planning that needs to be considered for the Steinbeck Beverage Company. First one is branding, developing a strong brand identity so that the targeted audience feels connected. This might include emphasizing the beverage's origin, quality, or unique brewing and distillation process. Two, packaging. Packages have to be eye-catching, informative, and elegant. Pleasing packaging is important. It should show the brand's personality and stand out on the shelves. Digital existence. Develop a strong online presence. Utilize social media platforms and a professional website to reach an extensive number of consumers. Content marketing. Creating engagement content related to the beverage, such as cocktail recipes, behind the scenes brewery, distillery tours, and articles about the history of the drink. Continued. Diverse selling pathways explore various sales pathways such as liquor, stores, restaurants, bars, and online platforms. Innovation. Experiment with new flavors, brewing, distillation methods. Limited editions or seasonal rarities is something that attracts customers. Feedback loops. Actively ask for feedback from customers regarding taste, packaging, overall experience. Use this feedback to make necessary improvements, adaptation using new marketing and sales strategies based on market feedback, changing consumer preferences. By carefully considering these points and staying accustomed to market trends and consumer preferences, the Steinbeck Beverage Company should develop effective marketing and sales strategies to make sure the products succeed in a competitive market. This is my works cited.
Hey guys, for my part of the presentation, we will be focusing on the management part. So focusing on the second side of the Steinbeck Beverage Company, which is located in Montana, these are some topics that I will be explaining through a management perspective. So one is the culture of organization and how it has been strained due to the mixing of original staff from the company acquired and the integration with the Steinbeck leadership. Second is training issues, how they have occurred due to decentralization of internal systems, which impacts ERP, also known as enterprise resource planning, and overall process flow. Last is the East Coast facility which was developed to support volume growth through optimized processing, production, warehousing, and distribution. So management can have a significant impact on the Steinbeck company, which is located in Montana, as I have already mentioned, especially when the company undergoes and changes such as the acquisition of new staff. Here are some ways in which management can affect the company and how it may be strained due to mixing of original staff from the acquired company. Here are here's a list, which is change management, leadership, communication, organizational structure, and company culture, and much more. So the culture of organization and how it has been strained due to the mixing of original staff from the company acquired and the integration with Steinbeck leadership. In the article written by Doolittle of 2023, it states that many studies have reported the first reason for merger and acquisition failure is the lack of cultural integration. Even companies with strong organizational cultures may develop into dysfunctional organizational cultures after a merger with without actions to harmonize the two cultures. Organizational culture impacts everything in business and plays a role at the individual and team and organizational levels. So, continued on the last subject, developing a common behavioral ground for individuals working in firm requires time and effort. Organizational culture does not magically appear out of thin air or overnight. The article written by QPage 2020 states that it takes small bits of positive movements and sometimes bigger ones throughout the organization's entirety to rally up everyone behind specific values and beliefs. Management effects on corporate culture can take a turn for the best if the people in charge provide the workers with the right tools, technologies, and physical predicaments to get the job done. So, next topic, training issues, how they have occurred due to decentralization of internal systems, which impacts ERP and overall process flow. ERP implementations are very difficult, but they can be highly beneficial. Guiding an organization through this process while managing the impact of change requires thoughtful leadership that effectively resolves obstacles. According to Bastion 2019, it's a known fact that ERP implementations are very difficult, but they can be highly beneficial. Also, while doing further research, Shorts 2023 mentions that ERP readiness is a assessments measure a company need for ERP and its capacity to support the system financially, technologically, and culturally. Culture is important because ERP systems may substantially alter how companies operate and innovate in addition to requiring considerable investments. Some employees can adapt to their skill sets, but others might not. Last, the East Coast facility was developed to support volume growth through optimized processing, production, warehousing, and distribution. I believe supply chain has a big impact relating to this topic by ensuring the efficient flow of materials, products, and information. According to this article by Hayes, 2023, a more efficient production cycle and reduced costs are the outcomes of an improved supply chain, which makes supply chain management an essential procedure. Businesses attempt to improve their supply chains in order to save expenses and maintain their competitiveness. Some takeaways consist of effective supply chain management, results in lower costs and a faster production cycle. The components of a supply chain, which include producers, vendors, warehouses, and more. According to West in 2022, there are many different ways to improve global supply chains. Some ways consist of prioritizing public health, managing labor shortages, and easing transportation jams. It is known that making progress in these areas would go a long way towards easing current global supply chain disruptions and putting global trade back on a firmer footing. And those are my works cited for management part of the project. And this has came to an end of our presentation. Thank you.